Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the midday news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says improvement in strategic communication between India and China has led to more stability and fresh momentum in bilateral relations. All post-paid mobile phones to start functioning from Monday in the remaining areas of Jammu and Kashmir. Home Minister Amit Shah says government is making all-out efforts to provide a regime where there is no need to file RTI. In sports, C Mary Kom settles for bronze after losing to Turkey's Busenaz Cakiroglu in World Women's Boxing Championships. And in cricket, India in commanding position in Pune Test as South Africa loses 8 wickets in their first innings. The second informal summit between India and China has concluded on a positive note at Mamallapuram, Tamil Nadu, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi Jinping held talks on a wide range of topics for 2 days. Both the leaders were in a one-on-one conversation for about an hour this morning in the serene atmosphere of the Pallava-era coastal town. It was followed by the delegation-level talks between the two sides. It was joined by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, among others. In his opening address, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the Wuhan spirit has provided new momentum and trust between the two nations, and today's Chennai vision has given a new era of cooperation.
अब तक हमारे बीच द्विपक्षीय और वैश्विक मुद्दों पर महत्वपूर्ण विचार विनिमय हुआ है। वुहान स्पिरिट ने हमारे संबंधों को एक नया मोमेंटम और ट्रस्ट दिया। आज के हमारे चेन्नई कनेक्ट से दोनों देशों के बीच सहयोग का एक नया दौर शुरू होगा।
Prime Minister Modi mentioned that since ancient times, India and China have been major economic powers in the world. He said both countries are now regaining that position.
भारत और चीन दुनिया की प्रमुख आर्थिक शक्तियां रही हैं। अब इस शताब्दी में हम फिर से साथ उस स्थिति को प्राप्त कर रहे हैं। पिछले वर्ष वुहान में हमने तय किया था कि हम मतभेद को प्रूडेंटली मैनेज करेंगे और डिस्प्यूट नहीं बनने देंगे, एक दूसरे के कंसर्न के बारे में सेंसिटिव रहेंगे और हमारे संबंध विश्व में शांति और स्थिरता के कारक होंगे।
President Xi Jinping in his opening remarks said he is overwhelmed by the warm reception that was offered to him in India. Briefing media on the conclusion of the informal summit, Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale said the two leaders had a conversation for almost 90 minutes today, followed by delegation-level talks. He said a total of 6 hours of one-to-one meeting was held between the two leaders during this summit. Mr. Gokhale added that there was no new focus on people-to-people relations and it was decided that the public of both countries must be brought into the relationship.
Both leaders have agreed that many of the dialogue mechanisms which have been formed or which have been reformed since the Wuhan summit have created a very good momentum in the relationship and that the engagement between India and China across all sectors has intensified. Strategic communications have deepened and that this should be continued, and both leaders have therefore agreed that the informal summit provides a very good platform for the leaderships to engage, and President Xi Jinping endorsed the idea that we should continue these informal summits between the leaders of India and China in the future.
This is the second edition of the informal summit between the two sides, the first being the Wuhan summit held in April last year. Our correspondent has more on the summit.
Strategic analysts say the informal summit between the two tall leaders have helped to build up mutual trust and friendship between the world's two fastest growing economies. It is not just an exercise of optics and personal chemistry alone, but has served to evolve a new direction and the resolve to build upon the historic Chennai Connect between the two nations. With Anshuman Mishra, Jai Singh, AER News, Mamallapuram.
On the first day of the summit yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi guided President Xi around the iconic monuments in the Pallava-era town of Mamallapuram that boasts of historic links with China. Both the leaders acknowledged during their one-on-one talks yesterday that both India and China, being big and complex societies, face the common threat of radicalization and terrorism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked people to ensure public places are clean and tidy. In a tweet, Mr. Modi also asked them to ensure that they remain fit and healthy. The Prime Minister plogged at a scenic coastal beach in Mamallapuram in Tamil Nadu this morning, which lasted for over 30 minutes. He also handed over the waste collected by him at the coast to a hotel staffer. All postpaid mobile phones will start functioning normally from Monday 12 noon in the remaining areas of Jammu and Kashmir. This was stated by J&K government spokesperson Rohit Kansal in Srinagar today.
In Jammu and Kashmir, a decision has now been taken to restore mobile phone facilities in the remaining areas of Jammu and Kashmir. More specifically, all post-paid mobile phones, irrespective of the telecom service provider, will stand restored and be functional from 12 noon on Monday, the 14th of October 2019. This will cover all 10 districts of Kashmir province.
The mobile services in Jammu and Kashmir were shut down on August the 5th after the centre announced scrapping of Article 370 of the Constitution. The move comes barely days after the centre issued an advisory opening the valley for tourists. Partial fixed-line telephony was resumed in the valley on August the 17th, and by September the 4th, all landlines were declared operational. In Maharashtra, senior leaders from all major political parties are addressing election rallies, publishing manifestos and addressing press conferences as the polling day is approaching soon. MIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi is scheduled to hold a rally in Mumbai, while Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray will address a rally at Dindori in Nashik district this afternoon. Union Minister Ramdas Athwale is also on a campaign trail in the same district. More details from our Mumbai correspondent.
BJP's alliance partner Shiv Sena today released their party manifesto promising to implement 30% reduction in electricity tariff up to consumption of 300 units for domestic users. The manifesto released by party chief Uddhav Thackeray and his son Aditya also assured to provide full meals at a nominal price of ₹10, basic health tests at ₹1 and free college education for all girls from economically weak families. Meanwhile, a total of 1,192 complaints have been filed on the CVGL app created by the Election Commission. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
With 8 days left for Haryana to go to assembly polls, the election campaign has intensified. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal today addressed a rally in the village of Chaura of Gharonda in Karnal district. During his address, the CM said the BJP government has given jobs on merit and brought transparency in the working of departments. He raised the issue of nationalism besides development and good governance. Former Deputy Chief Minister and Congress candidate Chandar Mohan Bishnoi from Panchkula seat said today that party would not get affected by the acts of those who are leaving the party. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Home Minister Amit Shah has said the government is making all-out efforts to provide a regime where there is no need to file Right to Information (RTI) as information is made available in the public domain. He said the government is providing all information to the people through online dashboard in a transparent manner. The Home Minister was addressing the 14th annual convention of the Central Information Commission in New Delhi today. He stated that RTI has played an important role in retaining the public confidence towards administration.
हमारी लोकतंत्र की यात्रा के अंदर आरटीआई एक्ट एक बहुत बड़ा मील का पत्थर है और हमारी निरंतर चलने वाली लोकतांत्रिक यात्रा का एक महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव है। आज जब हम 14वें साल के अंदर प्रवेश करे हैं, तब एक जागरूक नागरिक सिविल सोसाइटी के आंदोलन को आरटीआई ने जवाबदेही के साथ सरकार देने वाले जनमानस के अंदर परिवर्तित करने का काम किया है।
The Income Tax Department has found over 4 crore rupees unaccounted cash during search on a business group linked to Karnataka former Deputy Chief Minister and Congress leader Dr. G. Parameshwar. It said a total of 4 crore 22 lakh rupees of unaccounted cash has so far been found, including 89 lakh rupees in the house of the main trustee. In a press release, the IT department stated that search conducted on October the 9th on the business group that runs multiple educational institutions has revealed total undisclosed income of around 100 crore rupees from the allotment of 185 medical seats. The search has also unearthed undisclosed assets of 8 crore 82 lakh rupees. In Uttar Pradesh, 4 women went missing after a boat capsized in Ghagra River under Dhanghata police station area in Sant Kabir Nagar district today. 15 people were on the ill-fated boat, which turned turtle in the water midway. According to police, 11 people have been rescued. District magistrate and police officials have rushed to the spot. Search and rescue operation is on. India has said it will extend a line of credit of over $60 million to Comoros in the field of energy and maritime defence cooperation. Addressing the Parliament of the East African island nation, Comoros, at its capital Moroni, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said both the countries have signed some important agreements, including cooperation in defence and energy sectors. He said India will extend a line of credit of over $41.6 million for setting up of an 18-megawatt power plant in Moroni and another $20 million for the procurement of high-speed interceptor boats. Turkey has said it will not stop its operation against Kurdish fighters in northern Syria. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said, despite the threats from other countries, the steps taken will not be stopped. Turkish forces faced fierce resistance from US-allied Syrian Kurdish fighters on the third day as casualties mounted and the number of those who fled the violence rose to 1 lakh. Meanwhile, expressing concern about the ongoing military offensive, the Trump administration has threatened to impose sanctions on Turkey. Chasing India's mammoth total of 601 runs, South Africa were 195 for 8 in their first innings on the third day of the second cricket test against India at Pune when reports last came in. The visitors resumed their play at the overnight score of 36 for 3. Mohammad Shami's hostile morning spell and an acrobatic catch by Wriddhiman Saha were the highlights of the first session as India reduced South Africa to 136 for 6 at lunch. Yesterday, the Proteas lost early wickets in the last session of the second day's play. Earlier, India declared their first innings at 601 for 5. Six-time world champion C Mary Kom today settled for a bronze medal in the World Women's Boxing Championships after losing to Turkey's Busenaz Cakiroglu in an intense semi-final bout at Ulan-Ude in Russia. Third-seeded Mary Kom lost 1-4 to second-seed Cakiroglu. The Indian contingent sought a review of the decision, but the appeal was turned down by the International Boxing Association's Technical Committee. Later in the evening session, Manju Rani will be up against Thailand's Shuthamat Raksat in the 48-kilogram category. Jamuna Boro will take on top seed Huang Xiao Wen of Chinese Taipei in the 54-kilogram category. Indian shuttler Lakshya Sen sailed into the men's singles semi-finals of the Dutch Open Super 100 tournament with a straight-game win over compatriot BM Rahul Bharadwaj at Almere in the Netherlands. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says improvement in strategic communication between India and China has led to more stability and fresh momentum in bilateral relations. All post-paid mobile phones to start functioning from Monday in the remaining areas of Jammu and Kashmir. Home Minister Amit Shah says government making all-out efforts to provide a regime where there is no need to file RTI. In sports, C Mary Kom settles for bronze after losing to Turkey's Busenaz Cakiroglu in World Women's Boxing Championships. And in cricket, India in commanding position in Pune Test as South Africa loses 8 wickets in their first innings. And with that, we end the midday news.